So good morning, Retro Biker here, and here we are this morning out for a ride on the new 2018 Triumph Tiger 800 XRT. This is the top of the range road optimised version of the 800. A very fine machine it looks as well. I haven't got the specs. I'll put them up on the screen afterwards. It's got a lot of extras fitted, this one. It's got the LED daytime riding lights. There you go, and have a look at them. It's got the fog lights fitted as standard, the aluminium radiator guard fitted as standard. It's got heated rider and pillion seats, but I've had the seats swapped out for the low rider version because I've only got short legs. Comes with a centre stand as standard, 5 electronic riding modes. It has the new Triumph 5-inch TFT. I'm not going to go into detail on that. Haven't got time, and this ride after all is purely for my benefit. The new Triumph switch cubes, which are backlit so they can be seen in the dark. The cruise control has been moved over to the left hand bar. The heated grip is a nice neat little switch over here now. Got switches on the front for fog lights, heated seats, combined kill switch and starter, home button for the display, mode switch for changing into one of the 5 riding modes. I go on and on and on. It's a full spec with regards suspension and brakes. I haven't got off the top of my head. I may add them to the video when I edit it. I may not. So for the time being, let's get out and ride it. So on board the new Tiger 800 XRT 2018 model. Ignition on, does its start-up checks. We can see the nice new TFT display. As usual with Triumph, you have to pull the clutch to start it, and we've got a combined kill switch and starter. So let's ride. We're on the A22, heading towards East Grinstead and Eastbourne. Very free revving engine, very slick positive gearbox, fairly light clutch is no problem, front brake very impressive, rear brake equally impressive, downshifts slick and positive. Riding position very nice, slightly canted forward, might benefit from some bar risers. Very smooth, very flexible 800cc engine. I think it puts out something like 95 brake horsepower and 79 newton meters of torque. Again, I might put the specs up when I edit. Feels very light and agile, very flickable. Certainly much lighter than the Explorer. Lovely gearbox. Very nice, easy ride bike to ride. Turn the heated grips on. What have we got? 7.5 degrees. Police speed camera there. Good job I was at the speed limit. Third gear, 30 mile an hour, 3000 RPM, very smooth. Fueling seems very good, no snatchiness on the throttle. I can manage to get both my feet down on this one as well. Seat feels very comfortable. Screen is doing a reasonable job. Not quite as good as the Puge screen on the Explorer, I don't think, but certainly as good as the OEM screen on the Explorer was. Oh, and it goes when you want it to. Very nice and smooth. A lovely engine. Very nice balance between the thumping twins and the ultra smooth 4-cylinder jobbies. Very nice. Triumph have done a great job here. Mirrors, very similar to on the Explorer. Great view behind. Look okay to me. Good view behind, no vibration. There's a minor point, but to get the coolant temperature readout you have to flick through the menus. It's not on the menu as standard. Not an issue, but just something I'm used to on the Explorer. Lingfield Racecourse. So excuse me, on the screen now we've got our fuel readings. Average MPG 53.9, instantaneous MPG 76.3, range 66 miles. We're a little over a quarter of a tank. It's got a 19 litre tank and it's supposed to be good for a range in excess of 200 miles, so I think this will make a great touring machine. Certainly comfortable for the long distances. Feels like it would be. It's got the tank range. It's got all the creature comforts. Cruise control, heated grips, heated seats. Not a lot else you could ask for, really. Right, let's see if we can change the riding modes. Right, we're in rain at the moment. Aha! I think this is sport mode. Changed the mapping slightly, the throttle does seem more responsive. Let's try it in what I think is road mode. Maybe that's sport mode. It just gives a little symbol here in the top of the display. It would be better perhaps if it had a, you know, if it actually told us it was sport, rain, off-road, rider. So at this moment in time I'm not really sure. I think this is sport mode. And the straight road I think is road mode. Oh, that handles nicely. that's definitely sport mode. So we're making our way back to Rosner's now to return the bike. The fuel lights come on. We've got a range of 47 miles. We could do a bit more, but we've had it for well over the hour. Very, very nice machine. Very easy to ride, much more flickable than the Explorer. The weight much more manageable than the Explorer. And the power more than enough. One thought, I think I'd probably benefit from putting the rocks risers on, raise the bars and bring them back just a touch. In a slightly more upright position, maybe a little bit more comfier on the long runs. Probably be okay like this, but as I've got the rocks right, it wouldn't hurt to put them on. So we're not too far from Rosner's now, so very quick summary for my own benefit. Easy clutch, silky smooth gearbox, creamy smooth engine, very comfortable riding position, a little bit more wind intrusion than on the Explorer, but aftermarket screen as per the Explorer will probably solve that. Riding position comfortable, power delivery superb, more than enough power for touring. It's a chain drive of course, but we can have the Scott oiler put on similar to what we've got on the Z1000, and that's been absolutely fine, so I don't see any problem touring with the chain drive and the Scott oiler. Very easy, very manageable in slow speed traffic around town like this. Low speed manoeuvrability was very good. Turning circle was very good. Get my feet almost flat so I can paddle it backwards fairly easily on flat ground. Always going to be difficult to paddle a bike uphill backwards. Handling is superb, very easy to hoon into corners. The Explorer is a very nice bike. This just feels a lot more manageable and secure. The weight is the main issue with the Explorer. I'm not being able to get my feet down quite enough. I can get my feet down more on this, plus it's 44 kilograms lighter than the Explorer. And of course in its XRT version it's better specified in terms of electronics. Excuse me, it hasn't got the adjustable WP suspension quite like the Explorer, but that I don't think is an issue. The suspension is nice, fairly firm but compliant. Don't feel the bumps in the road too badly, and certainly no worse than the Explorer. I think this has got shower suspension all round, manually adjustable front and rear. On the XRT version, I don't think the XRX has got adjustable front. And I just love that TFT dash. I do find the 5-way joystick A little bit difficult at the moment, it's very close to the indicator switch, but that I'm sure is something I would get used to. And it's not like it's something you're using all the time. Heated grips have been working fine. Just love that gearbox. So much smoother than the Explorer. And of course we've got the self-cancelling indicators just like the Explorer.